Hello, this is Caelan Huntress, and today I'm going to share with you all the biggest news from the internet this week. Now, to start with, the decoupling is happening. Bitcoin is no longer correlated with the stock exchange, and Bitcoin has long been heralded as a hedge against inflation, so that when stocks go one direction, Bitcoin can go another, and we're starting to see this officially happen. Part of the reason is because of the Lunar breakdown. Do Kwon, the founder of the Terra Luna project, launched Luna 2.0, and it didn't do too well. He created a new token and airdropped some to people who were holding Luna before, and the value promptly plunged 80% because as soon as people got the airdrop, they just wanted to sell it to make back some of the cash that they lost by holding Luna. Like this guy on Twitter, after losing 700,000 in Luna, that airdrop of 14 cents is going to be great. In related news, Do Kwon is under investigation by South Korea because of something really kind of sketchy he did. Just days before UST, the stablecoin that burns Luna, just days before it depegged, he filed to liquidate Terra Labs in South Korea. Suspicious. So he's under some criminal investigation, which is probably good. There was also some criminal activity on a Bored Ape that was set to have its own show. It was owned by Seth, who wanted to create a web series about his NFT, and somebody stole it. So now he no longer owns the rights to the main character of that show. So I don't know what's happening, if the plug's being pulled or they're revising the show, who knows? But it's one of those things that is happening with NFTs. And as things expand, things begin to break down. That's what we're seeing a lot of. Now, this is an expansion I'm really excited about. Elluvium is the most interesting play-to-earn token in Web3, in my opinion. They've got a really good team behind it. The art's fantastic. It's basically like, think Pokemon with different art, and you go around and you collect little minions, and you battle against each other to earn Ethereum. Elluvium is the token that's used in this project, and they're opening land sale in a few days. This is very interesting because the land will give you, they're like NFTs that accrue benefits for staking. If you know any of those terms, then that's what it does. But owning certain plots of land will give you advantages in the game, which hasn't launched yet. But they are launching Elluvium 0, which is a mobile play to earn, kind of like a beta version of the game. I'm really excited about that. Now, if I'm using terms that aren't that familiar to you, I want to recommend the Web3 Academy report. This document is a whole lot of good stuff. I'm just going to come here to the table of contents so you could see the types of topics. Now, you got to put in an email address and subscribe to the Web3 Academy to get access to all this, but it's huge. There's all sorts of great stuff in here. It's really well laid out. It goes through all the biggest vocabulary that you need to know, and it breaks it down really easy. Things like Chris Dixon, who's a great thought leader and influencer in Web3 on Twitter. He says the internet is owned by the builders and users in Web3 and orchestrated with tokens. So I'm going to put a link to this in the description of this video on YouTube. If you're watching it on another platform, go find me on YouTube, and you can find the links in the description of this video there. Google Analytics 4 is launching soon, and this is a big deal because Google Analytics 3, which is likely what you're using, is going to stop recording data on July 1st of 23. So we've got a little more than a year to make this transition, but this is your red flag that something has to be done with your analytics at some point in the future. Do you know a digital marketer? Anybody who knows a whole bunch of things about digital marketing and can audit your systems? Why, yes, you do. In case you don't know about Stellar Platforms, my digital marketing agency, I help experts and entrepreneurs set up smart marketing systems, and a lot of times, oops, I hit the wrong hotkey, and I got this hashtag for my upcoming book coming up. And I have some news about that, but I'm not going to get to it because I want to get back to the news. The FTC has charged Twitter with deceptively using account security data to sell targeted ads. They were told in 2011 not to do this, and they've been doing it. And they were recently ordered to pay a $150 million penalty. Another difficulty for Twitter, they've been in the news a lot lately. TikTok's been in the news a lot because they're finally getting around to monetizing their creators. So this is a 30-second video. I'm going to play you a clip.
Live subscription launches on May 26th. Turn on your subscription to connect with your community on a whole new level. generate predictable monthly income, personalize your live room, and be one of the first to offer live subscription. Search live subscription on TikTok.
So this is very interesting. TikTok is now allowing you to monetize your audience. So you can have a public feed and a private feed that is by subscription only. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. There was a report that came out on Amazon delivery workers, and it turns out they are 2.5 times more likely to sustain on-the-job injuries than workers in other companies. And so this is a scathing report that's coming out just as there's all sorts of union activity with Amazon. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Now, this isn't newsworthy for anybody outside of my world, but I think this is great. This is probably the best teaser email I've ever received. Naomi Dunford runs ittybiz.com. She's a fabulous creator. And I got this in my inbox. I don't know what it is that's coming, but something is coming. So pause this video, take a look at this. If you want to get your audience interested in something coming up, this is a great way to do it. So I'm going to put links to a lot of these in the description of this video on YouTube, as well as this thank you page. There's a bunch of my ebooks on here, the personal branding checklist, the Zoom host checklist, the webinar accessibility checklist, and I'm starting to give away these old assets because I'm going through rebranding. Final piece of news that I'll share with you is, here it is. I've got new photos coming out, which I'm really excited about. I had a photo shoot for my new book, Marketing Yourself, and the photos are looking really good. I'm very happy with the way a lot of these came out. I might even be changing the cover to my book, but I'm going to go through some rebranding on my website and my digital properties and CaelanHuntress.com, which is a place where you can find me. And I also do a lot of work over at StellarPlatforms.com. So that is the news this week in the internet. My name's Caelan Huntress. Thanks for watching. See you next week.